Hi everyone, I am Krishan Balaji. I am a past district Rotaract representative of RID 3220, and I am here to speak today about the Sustainable Development Goal number 11, Sustainable Cities and Communities.
There is a strong link between the quality of life in cities and how cities use and manage their natural resources. Why do you think living sustainably is important in today's society?
I think living sustainable is important so that we manage our resources, not just for our generation but also for generations to come, and also to make sure that we maintain this environment and provide a place for the people who are going to come after us, a lovely place to live in. So I think that is why we learn to live sustainably.
What are the steps you think that the Sri Lankan government should do to ensure sustainability?
Sri Lankan government has an important role, especially when it comes to sustainable cities and communities. Some of the key areas that they can work on is being mindful, especially when development of the cities take place, because this sustainable development goal is focused on mainly on the urban development. And so areas where like they're providing places where there are green parks for people to go into and make them accessible and also safe for women, for children and for old people. Be able to, in providing proper transport mechanisms that are also accessible for, once again, children, for women, for disabled people. To ensure that there is proper drainage of water systems so that during times when there are like floods and rains, that these don't account for unnecessary deaths that can be caused due to waterborne diseases. Also, by providing all of this, I think the governments can also monitor how much of pollution is being carried out by all of the factories or the vehicles that are there in the urban areas, and making sure that the pollution levels are also brought down. So I think these are some things that governments and people in positions of power can work towards and ensure that this goes.
How can we as young volunteers contribute to the achievement of this goal?
I think young people have a very powerful and important role to play, not just in this sustainable development goal, but in the entirety of it and the development of the entire nation sustainably. And we as individuals, as young people, what we can do is to ensure that we create communities who are sustainable and understand the concept of sustainability. We can ensure that people living in slum areas are empowered, and that one of the areas that this sustainable development goal also focuses on are people from slums. So if there is an empowerment program that can be done for these people, I think that is wonderful. And individually, if we can grow our own produce, if we can grow our own vegetables or fruits and go and consume them, I think that is another important factor that helps this specific growth. And we as youth are going to be the next generation of older people who the younger generation is going to look up to, and we need to lead by example, right? And so it's also very important for us to form very strong communities within the current society, which I feel like we are sort of distant from these days. And also when we are moving about, when we are using our transport, I think it's very important for us to be mindful of how is it that we move on from one place to another. Are we carpooling? Are we traveling by public transport? Do we walk? Do we cycle? These things affect everything that is around us. So as young people, I think we have a huge role to play, not just for our generation, but also for the many generations to come.
So Bala, in terms of sustainable cities and communities, personally, what 3 goals would you like to see this nation achieve in the next 3 to 5 years in order to reach that particular goal?
I think one is providing access to green parks that is available for people to spend their time in. I think we have very few green parks if they're living at the Colombo city. We have area, we have Independence Square. But then I think if we can increase on that, as the development of the cities take place to make sure that this also equally develops. I think that is something very important for us to experience and enjoy and not being trapped in within like concrete jungles of buildings. So that is number one. Number two, I think the development and the empowerment of people in slum areas. They are a huge part of our communities and they do function as an integral part of our society. So I think their empowerment and their growth is also equally important. And number three, I think the formation of communities within us and that sense of belonging to a community is very important. And if you have that, I think the world will be a much better place.